Hi guys, it's Ichis here. So today I'm here with another deck profile which is using the cards from Clan Selection 4.2 and it's Great Nature. So this is the deck, like Pachika say, that I thought the support is so-so, but after playing it and actually tested, played with the skills, the deck impressed me. So we are going through that and you will see how interesting the deck is. So of course, Great Nature is about Hammsuke right now with the new support, and we do need the Pencil Hero Hamukoro. It's been a while since we actually see this card, because he first appeared in the first set of EB04 when we first get a Great Nature, and it's quite a key card because you can build an extra Accel circle and extra attackers, while Leopold isn't doing too much at the time and too random. So this is actually a better support as an Accel, because you can do more attacks, you can simply get all your attackers. But the issue with playing with Pencil Hero Hamukoro is that we need to have both Grade 1 and Grade 2 Hamukoro in the soul, and we need to keep calling stuff from the deck. So you need to have a good hand to get the combo off, and once you're starting to get the combo off, you need to win before you're running out of resources. But with the new support, of course we are not going to running out that easy, and it's easier to pull off the combos. And how we do that, one part is with the new card Hamuya. So Hamuya is a new card from the sets, and by counterblasting to this card, one card as an active skill, you can call any number of units that is with Hamukoro in the card name, including like this card is like Hamukoro Colleague, something like that, with different name to your front row radar circle. So basically, when you write this card, you get Accel, and then you can call 3 units, which is quite big, and it's an active skill, so you can actually pull the units in front to the back row first, and then call whatever you want. Maybe you already have a Grade 2, you pull them into the back row and call yourself a Grade 1, and then just switch their positions and you are ready to go with it. So whatever you miss to complete your combos, you can basically use Hamuya to get all your pieces, because most of the cards in the deck are Hamukoro cards, so don't worry too much about you can't find anything, you will be able to find them. And second skill, after battle ends, and if your opponent is a Graveyard higher Vanguard, when this card is a Vanguard, by discarding 2 cards, you reveal the bottom of the deck. If it's this Pencil Hero Hamukoro, you get to ride it and -1 drive. So, of course, it's very key that you have this card in the bottom of the deck, and there's a lot of cards to help you do that. Also, we get 1 Accel circle from here, and after it's a pair ride, we get to get 2 Accel circles from there. So one turn we get 3 Accel circles, and we can basically do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 attacks. So it's not as strong as Gurgwood that most of our attacks will have high power numbers, because like the Percival combos in the past can do like 20 plus damage, like attack power to make your opponents to guard. So what Hamukoro usually get is like 12 to 70k, so it's a little bit weaker, but being able to draw basically 3 cards when you're using Accel 2 and get your attackers up and have multiple Vanguard attacks, which is already amazing. And then next, I'm using Holodon, because it's also a Hamukoro unit, and you can call it with Hamuya. And one common issue with Accel deck is their attack line power being low. If that's the case, once your opponents hit a defensive trigger, basically all your attacks, no matter you have 99 attacks, if they're not going to hit, that's not going to be useful. So Hamukoro, whenever you get to call a unit to a extra radar circle, once per turn by counterbalancing one and put one card from your hand into the soul. Both this and that unit gets 10k, and if you have 2 or more extra Regal Circle, you can draw one. So quite easy. As long as you get these combos off, you will have 2 or more extra circles, and whenever your opponents hit the defensive, at least this can still be a 22k, and the units that you call can be like even just a normal 9k grade 2 on XL2 circle can still be a 24k, so still can hit something. And since you already have more than 2 XL circle, you put one in soul and you draw one back, so you don't actually lose too much stuff. Yeah, so next, of course, we do have our grade 2 Hammsuke. Nothing too much on it we need to say. Combo with this can be a 12k attacker if you have this as your Vanguard, and if you have the grade 1 in soul and this card is a Vanguard, it can hit 14k. So something simple, but it's something that you need. Then Hamukoro is the new card as well. Being able to counterblast one when appear from hand on both Vanguard and Regal Circle to look at top 3 cards of the deck and get one Hammsuke card to hand and the rest to the bottom. So this is already a way that you can put the Pencil Hero Hammsuke to your bottom. And the second skill, if you have a Hamsuke named Vanguard, by putting 2 cards with a Hamsuke name from a drop to the bottom of the deck in any order you like, he can be a 12k attacker. So not only boosting himself with more power, but also help you to build a drop. At the same time, since you will be using a lot of like grade 2, grade 1 Hammukes, or maybe something that even that, and you need to recycle back to your deck because you want to use them again, you can do that as well because you put 2 cards. So as long as one of them is your Pencil Hero Hamsuke, you are set for a grade 3 skill, but make sure you do whatever you want, and lastly put this to the bottom of the deck. So this will be the last. And then Hamukoro, just to have you search more cards, build your drop so that you can start putting stuff back to the bottom of the deck and simply get 5k. So nothing too much there. And then of course, grade 1 Hamsuke, again, nothing much to say. Have you pick up your grade 2 Hamsuke, it will gain some power needed for you to gain Accel Circle. And then another new card, Hamuyuki, is a very interesting card because when he appears on Vanguard Circle, if you discard a card from hand, you can basically just call this card to the Vanguard Circle and shuffle the deck. So no matter what, if you hit this or you hit this, you are going to be able to get your grade 2, and since this will go into your soul, so next turn once you write grade 2, you basically set. So yeah, quite easy. And then another card, in case you didn't hit any of the stuff, is Hamuna. When this card appears on Vanguard and Regal Circle, and Soul Blasting one and put one card that is grade 2 or lower into your soul, you can draw one. So like whenever you need soul for that, of course you can get yourself to exchange some cards to feed the souls in, and of course since it's a Soul Blast one, so like once you do that, Superior write that again, and you can't find your Pencil Hero Hamsuke, you can actually use this to Soul Blast that, so they can put to the bottom of the deck and draw yourself a card, then do your combos again, and yeah, just very, very helpful. And then Mini Belly, just to help you to do a little bit more search, make sure you get the pieces you need. Yeah, that's basically it. And then quickly go to triggers. I'm running 2 of the crits, and then 6 of the fronts, 4 draws, and 4 heals. So it's kind of easy. The reason why I'm running crits is I want sometimes to give my opponent some like extra information, because if they know that I'm only running draw stand, draw, fronts, and heels, they're probably just going to take most of the hit because they can basically gamble damage one by one, not like hitting a sudden critical trigger and they need to take 2 damage. But since I have crit and they sometimes come out, then opponents will need to be aware that I have crit, then they might guard a little bit more carefully, and then from there they use more resources, and then I can just basically push them harder. So yeah, that's basically the idea. And let's quickly go through what you can do with the deck, like right options, some combos you can do, and understand the deck a little bit more. Okay, here we go. So right options, great ones, of course, most ideal one of these. If you got this, even if you have this, it's okay to just drop that, call yourself another one, and then Soul Blast and put one in your soul so that you can get a grade 2. So most ideal situation is that even if you write this is fine, but you will need to make sure you do have the grade 1 somehow so that you can get the grade 2. But of course, worst of the worst, even if you write this, you later will still can use Hamuna to fill in what you miss. But of course, if you can, pick one of these. Then next, assuming if you can do this, your grade 2 ride is without thinking, grade 2, Hammsuke. Yeah, of course you can write this, that's fine. You can write this as well, but since our main goal is to fulfill the combo with grade 1 and grade 2, so I'm trying to show you the most ideal situation. And then you can also do a little bit like push with 2 lines, that's fine, or even just that if you don't want to use a soul, because if you use this, you probably have the soul. If you're not using this, you probably have this as soul. So it's up to you. Such as sell some cards, of course. Then entering grade 3s, then it depends on the situation. First, again, assuming you do have the pair, and if you are going first, then you can actually write depends on hero Hammsuke and get yourself 2 Accel markers, because Hawaiian can only superior ride when your opponent is grade 3 hard. So if you're going first, then probably better to build up your board like this. I think that's better. But if you are going second, of course, do this. Just get yourself 1 Accel marker, and then depending on if you can get this into the drop, say if you don't have it in hand, then you can discard this to call a board, or like you do this, do a lot of things and you still can't find it. What can you do is you pull this back, of course, or best of the best, you have nothing in the front row, pay your 2 color blasts, drop yourself whatever, and then you can call 1, 2, 3 units, right? So you call this, and you can consider call this if you have extra soul to use. In this probably, so that you can counter charge. So probably will be something like this. As I said, since you pull this to the back, so you can switch it after, and like after you do that, and then if you really call that, just use a skill, see if you can drop the grade 3. If yes, then you probably don't have to do too much stuff, but if not, you can basically call whatever on top. there you go. This card goes to drop. And if you call this for real, then you can search yourself for another grade 3. If it's this again, you can basically just drop it. Nothing to worry about too much. Then you can simply just use the skill, put 2 other Hammsuke, make sure this as the bottom, and maybe if you still got some great ones to call, then you can do that. Then you basically all set. So what I usually do is probably just swing with this, and after that use the skill, Superiorite, get myself another Accel marker, and then because I have the pair, then I discard 2 more cards, get myself another Accel markers, and call myself a grade 2 and grade 1 from deck. So yeah, that's basically what you can do if you're going second to go all out, and you attack once instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks, so you do 7 attacks in the turn. And then once you go to the next turn, of course you can go back to this, get yourself another Accel markers, basically do the same thing again and get yourself more Accel markers. And since this helps you recycle stuff, this helps you recycle stuff, so you can simply use them to intercept and then just put them to the bottom of the deck. Yeah. And somehow try to soul blast this, or if you can't find it, you can still use the counter skill to call it and call on top so that you can put it on the bottom of the deck again. Yeah, so it's actually quite easy to use. Unless you really have a bad hand, you can't get the pair grade 1 and grade 2 into the soul, and you can't fix it for the whole game. And of course that happens, but that's something that we can't do. But as a safety plan, of course we have Havana to help us to do some work. Also Holodon can help you fix it a little bit, so you do have some cards that help you prevent the worst situation. And still you have this to make sure you can get yourself a grade 2 anyway, and put this into the soul. So the main issue is how you put grade 2 in the soul without writing it, which of course I show you 2 ways, so it's not that hard. Yeah. So that's basically how the deck runs, how you pick your right options and such. Of course, as always, if you have questions, comments below, I will answer them. Yeah, and of course, let me know your thoughts about this. Do you like this deck, or like you prefer Isabel? That's fine as well. Everyone has what they like, so let me know there and we can discuss. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.